Hey there, this is John with Heroes and Legends. Today we got two big news stories for you. The first one comes to us from the Magic the Gathering Daily Articles website, and I'll leave a link in the description below, but this particularly discusses some of the concerns of the Modern Masters 2015 edition booster packs. The packs themselves, if you saw my video a couple days ago, first off, big design flaw. They're searchable. That's pretty bad. But on top of that, a lot of damage cards have also been coming out of these packs. So you've been seeing cards with worn edges. You've been seeing cards with scratches on them, especially foils. We've been seeing some miscut cards that are kind of off-centered, or some faded cards where the printing looks faded. So a lot of issues. There's also some collation issues where sometimes you open a pack and you get no foil. Other times you open a pack, you get two foils. So that seems relatively common, just from the packs that I've seen open and things. So Wizards, though, good on them. They're addressing it, and they are leaving you information. So if you run into any of these problems with packs, that you can contact them, and they have all their contact information for the different regions of the world. So take a look at that. Basically what they're asking is as much information as possible. They do want to track down where the defect's coming from. So the booster pack, you probably want to keep that. There might be some information on there that is helpful. But typically when they print a set, especially a new set, they usually use a number of different printers. So there could be just one area or one company that's making these errors, and having that information will help them track it down. So they are going to want as much info as they can. I'm sure they're also going to track these claims so that one person doesn't abuse the system as well, which unfortunately in the collectible market could certainly happen. So good on them, though. This is pretty good stuff. Check it out on the link, especially if you have any issues. I have talked to other YouTube folks and viewers who have had issues, so here's a chance to maybe get those cards either reimbursed, or I assume they'll probably let you trade it in for a version that's not damaged, but I guess we'll see kind of what they do with that. So on top of that, they went on to address these concerns and how they're going to affect tournament play over the next weekend. This next weekend is game day, and there are 3 huge GPs taking place this weekend all over the world, and you're going to have probably close to 20,000, maybe more players playing Modern Masters, and it's a big sealed tournament. So when you open those packs, guess what? You could be missing a card if you don't get your foil in one of the packs, or you could get an extra card in one of your packs. So basically they went on to say if you have any correlation issues in a tournament, whether it's the big GPs or your local tournaments, to see a judge. Now, I'm not sure exactly what the judges have been instructed to do, if you'd have to get a new card pool, or they would have random cards that they replace it with. I don't know how that's going to work, or they're just going to have to make some sort of call based on the situation. But they did say to make sure a judge is aware. This is going to get especially tricky in drafts, because could you imagine you open a pack and you're through at the end of the draft and you realize one of the packs was short a card or over a card? Like, how do you deal with that? So judges are going to have to deal with those situations, and it's going to be pretty difficult, because when you're talking tens of thousands of players at those GPs plus everyone else, this issue I think is common enough that it's going to come up at least in some level of frequency. So good on them for trying to fix it. Don't really know how it got as far as it did. This is just the biggest product they put out in 2-3 years, and there's so much hype around it, and they're charging $10 a pack. That's the part of me that it kills me, and I'm sure they're in crisis mode over at Wizards of the Coast over this. I'm sure they're losing sales and support because of this mistake. But wow, like, what a time to test new product packaging and collation. Really, I feel like they should have just tested this during Magic Origins. I mean, it still would have not been cool, but at least you're not paying $10 a pack for Magic Origins, and at least you're not have the chance of pulling $400 cards out of Magic Origins. There's just a lot of incentive for people to search these packs, and it sure wouldn't feel good if you do open a foil Tarmogoyf and it's scratched up or just worn out or what have you. So anyway, let's get on to some better news. And speaking of Magic Origins, we have a card spoiled from Magic Origins, and here's the photo here. This showed up on Reddit, and it basically was, the person posting it said they took a photo of an ad that they came across, and my assumption is this is probably some collateral that Hasbro sends out to maybe some stores, maybe big box stores. Somebody happened to see it, snagged a picture of it, but in the picture we have a card. It's called Hixus Prison Warden, and he costs 2 white and 3 colorless. He's a legendary human soldier. He's a rare. He's got flash. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to you, if he had entered the battlefield this turn, exile that creature until he leaves the battlefield. So he kind of puts a Oblivion Ring type effect on a creature that's damaged you, and of course he can come in at instant speed. He does cost 5, so he's a little bit pricey. We don't know how big he is because his power and toughness is covered up in the photo. I'm assuming he's probably a 4/4, something like that. For 5 mana is probably my guess. Maybe a 3/3 to 4/4 if they really want to push him. Maybe a 5/5. But yeah, so this is the second card now we've seen from Magic Origins, as Liliana was spoiled a few months ago, officially spoiled. So as always, this isn't an official spoiler, so you never know. I mean, Wizards obviously, this could be something that went out early, and maybe this card has changed. But usually when it starts hitting the advertising collateral, it's pretty legit, so this is probably for real. And usually, I'd say probably 99% of the time when a card is leaked and it's not an official spoiler, it's usually through something like this. It's something Hasbro sent out that's an advertising campaign that just happens to have something on it that maybe it shouldn't have had. So there you have it. And those are the news stories for today. As always, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and have a great day. Hey, thanks as always for watching. If you're still looking for quality Magic the Gathering videos, click on one of these annotations. And if you hadn't had a chance yet to subscribe, smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any of the breaking MTG news, spoilers, set reviews, crazy product openings, or gameplay videos on Heroes and Legends MTG. Talk to you again soon, and have a great day.